Hey bestie, welcome back to the Bright Path.
It's a brand new day. Let's light the way. Dream it big. Don't hold back. Let your colors shine. Every step you take, you're rewriting your own line. Turn the page, make a change. Let your heart believe. The life you want is closer than you think. Just breathe. On the bright path, we're dancing in the sun, manifesting dreams, yeah, we're getting things done. Every episode a spark, a brand new
I'm your manifesting bestie, your mindset hype woman, and the person who is about to tell you to get off the healing bench and get back into the game. Today, we are tackling the biggest lie in the self-help industry. You've heard it, I've heard it, we've all seen the Pinterest quotes. You have to be 100% healed before you can love someone. And I'm about to tell you, nope. Listen, if we waited until we were 100% healed to get into a relationship, the human race would literally go extinct in like 5 minutes. Okay, we'd all just be sitting in our rooms, surrounded by crystals and shadow work journals, and trying to make ourselves perfect to a level of perfection that literally does not exist. Today, we're breaking down why relationships are the healing. They aren't the reward you get after you heal. They are the laboratory where the healing actually happens. Let's look at the OGs. Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis himself, said it best. You don't wait to be healed. You discover what needs healing through relationships. So even Freud knew that you can think you're totally fine while you're alone eating kale salads and meditating. But the second someone leaves you on red or forgets to do the dishes, bam, your nervous system lights up like a Christmas tree. That trigger is actually a gift. It's a map. Now you understand what your triggers are, and you can see if you can work through them so you can have a healthy relationship. And let's bring in the legend Gabor Mate. His research on trauma is world class, and he argues that when we heal precisely in the context of relationships, because that's where our deepest wounds, our childhood attachment wounds, first arose. You can't heal a relational wound when you're in isolation. It's like trying to learn how to swim by reading a book in a desert. You have to get in the water. According to the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, self-expansion actually happens through our bonds with others. When we dare to show up fully, we're giving our subconscious a chance to rewire the old story. If your old story was, people always leave me, or I'm always left for a third party, how are you going to fix that by being alone? You fix it by being in a relationship and staying regulated when things get uncomfortable. You heal the attachment by actually attaching. So stop waiting for a certificate of healing to arrive in the mail. Okay, it's not coming. The work happens in the messy, beautiful, why didn't you text me back reality of human connection. Now, let's talk about my favorite brain scientist, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Some people misinterpret Joe. They think that he says, change your state before you do anything. And yes, he does, but he also explains that relationships are a mirror of our internal neurochemical patterns. Think about this. Your brain is addicted to certain emotions. If you grew up in a chaotic home, your body might actually be addicted to the neurochemistry of stress and cortisol. So what do? You unconsciously pick partners who stress you out. Not because you're broken, but because your cells are literally craving that fix of drama. Joe Dispenza's philosophy is that healing occurs when we have become conscious of these emotional habits. If you're sitting at dinner and your date says something that makes your chest tighten, Joe wouldn't say, "Oh my God, leave the table and go heal." No, he would say, stay in the moment and observe your body. Recognize that your brain is trying to fire the old trauma circuit. by choosing a new response in that moment, by not spiraling and not picking a fight, by staying in your power, you're actually rewiring your brain in real time. This is what psychologists call corrective emotional experiences. A study from the Gottman Institute shows that it's not the absence of conflict that makes a relationship healthy, it's the repair. You can't practice repair with your cat, okay? You need another human to trigger your neurochemistry so that you can show your brain a new way to live. This is the ultimate shadow work. Carl Jung said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." So if your desired person is inconsistent, ask yourself, where am I inconsistent with my own self-love? If they're avoidant, ask, where am I avoiding my own truth? They aren't doing it to you, they're showing it to you. They are literally a mirror of you. So when Joe Dispenza talks about not creating from the old self, he means don't go into a relationship expecting them to fix you. Go into the relationship as the scientist. Observe your patterns. Catch yourself in the act of being your old self and make a different choice. That is how you shift the relational dynamic. That is how you turn a trauma bond into a healing bond. Let's wrap this up with the secret sauce of the quantum timeline. Healing is completed when we stop seeking ourselves in others and begin meeting them as they are. When we stop using people as band-aids for our unhealed parts, we finally see them as human beings. This aligns perfectly with Neville Goddard and his concept of everyone is you pushed out. If you're looking for someone to complete you, you are affirming lack. And as we know on this podcast, the universe only gives you more of what you already are. If you're seeking, you'll stay seeking. But if you enter a relationship with the attitude of, I'm already whole and I'm here to see what you have to teach me, the importance, shout out to Vadim Zealand, drops to zero. You stop being a hostage to their notifications. You take them off the pedestal. You stop NASDAQ tracking their Instagram likes. The research is clear. Secure attachment isn't a destination. It's a practice. A 2019 study published in Nature Communications found that human brains actually sync up during social interaction. Your brain literally changes its firing pattern based on who you're with. So if you want to heal, surround yourself with people who represent the version of you that you want to become. And when your old stuff comes up, because it will, don't run away and say, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Stay. Breathe. Throw some rainbow paint on that fear and say, nope, nobody, nope. That is just an old neurochemical loop. I'm choosing a new timeline right now. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You don't need to have all your ducks in a row. You don't need to have the perfect circumstances or even great circumstances for that matter. And you definitely don't need to be completely healed to start. You just need to be conscious. Use your relationships as your canvas. Paint a new story. Stop trying to fix the mirror and start changing the person standing in front of it. You are the prize. You are the scientist. You are the creator. Now, go out there and let someone trigger you so you can show them and yourself exactly how powerful you've become. I love you and I'm wishing you a week filled with blessings, and I will see you next week on The Bright Path.
So hit play, come along, let's make it real. The Bright Path Podcast, where you dream and feel.